Good evening, my little weirdos. Um, I am not doing politics right now on this video. I'm I've cut myself off for the evening, for the day. Yeah. It's kind of been a maybe a slow news day for politics. In some ways, yeah, the House passed the bill. Uh, there was a few Democrats that were not, you know, there. Um, it only passed by one vote, but we still have the Senate. So there's a lot of shit going on, and I'm not even talking political shit. Um, I mean, we could talk about the South African president with our stupid president, and how they also tried to do you know, a Zelensky, news show extravaganza clown circus thing. But France 24, I think is the name of the channel or something, already debunked that, and that is on my um, Democracy of the Resistance group on Facebook. Uh, but let's talk about some other stuff. First, I do want to address it was a private plane. It had 6 people aboard that crashed in the San Diego neighborhood. They had 6 people aboard. Apparently, 3 have been announced passed. It did crash in a like a military family housing neighborhood, and the jet fuel went all over the streets, which combusted cars. I mean, I'm laughing not because it's amusing. I'm laughing because it's more of a jeez. They said it was, but this was a private one. They said it was very foggy. The last transmissions, they were having difficulty because of that, the fog. Apparently they were employees of Sound Talent Scout Group or something like that. That it passed. That's all I know um, about that. But the story, the information is still developing. So, okay, so Monday, Switzerland. Switzerland apparently, the little town of Blatten. Not to be like humorous about it, but Blatten is splatting. It's gone. It was not like a rock slide or even a landslide. It was like a freaking mountain slide. It was a mountain collapsing. I mean, apparently glaciers broke off. I mean, calved, and it was just what the F. The entire mountain came down. Like I said, between rock slides and landslides causing all of this, the town is no more. It's gone. Because this was apparently this mountain was like behind the town of Blatten. They I saw some video, a little video I found, of they were trying to evacuate like cows with a helicopter, lifting them, and literally they were trying to evacuate things that can't go in a vehicle and get the hell out type of thing. My thoughts are with you guys there. And it's not just the people. I mean, the animals are probably terrified too. Um, this earth is, I'm getting to the other stuff. Mother Earth is not fucking happy right now. She has not been. The last year has gone really, especially the last several months. It's been like, I don't know, man. Well, I'll tell you. Right. In Japan, let me see if I'm saying this right. Kagashimu. Um, there's a volcano there that has been waking up. Um, they've had activity unlike what. It's not atypical. I mean, it's Japan. Um, so it's not atypical to have the Earth moving and stuff, but the activity in that area, they're saying, has been upping, and it's not a good sign, because the next thing, made some notes. There's an underwater volcano. Now this probably won't be noticed. It won't cause. They're not assuming it'll cause a tsunami or anything, but that is just off the coast of the Pacific Northwest, I believe off Oregon. It's an underwater volcano, and that puppy is also doing this bulging, and all the things that are indicative right before a volcano explodes, just like they have signs that are indicative that earthquakes, and usually the earthquakes and the volcanoes, the ring of fire type thing, it sets each other off, which is why it's called the ring of, yeah. it sets off a chain reaction. And these plates start shifting, and then that starts causing that to shift, but that makes that move around, And so, for Japan, who is used to that stuff, to say, this is unusual. It's something to take note of. Okay, so I mentioned 2 weeks ago, I was listening to On the Pulse with Silky, and about 2 weeks ago, Greece was having a whole swarm of earthquake, activity, and and in the midst of those swarms of activity, of quakes, there have been several noticeable, they said, huge cracks appearing where there was none before. And that's in Greece. So Japan who's used to this, is going, this is interesting. The ground hasn't done that before. And then over there in Greece, I mean, Santorini, I've told you about what's going on. That's not that far from Italy. I'll get to that. So now Greece is going, that's never done it like that before there. Again, something to take note of, because it's not like Greece isn't aware what they're like. What what volcanoes and earthquakes are like. Brings me to, and this is now Campi Flegrei. Hope I'm saying that right. In Italy, that has been for several months now, has been doing its busyness and building and blowing. Just like the Iceland. Grundevik. And that's been the same length of time. It's been, speaking of, shall we say, um, well, Italy also knows, obviously, because of the last several months, Campe Flagrant. Flagrant. I'm trying to say these names. You try. um, well, Vesuvius is rumbling, let's say. Vesuvius is making itself known that she's still quite alive. Thank you very much. Um, and so now it's not just Japan and Greece going, that's odd. Now you've got Italy that's, not unused to this shit either, is going, oh wow. Look at that. Vesuvius. That's interesting. I mean, I understand the Judy, they're always moving. I get that. Duh. Again, that's why they're called. But when the activity is more frequent and or more noticeable, stronger, and not just in one place but several places, it is worth taking note. Especially when Switzerland has mountains collapsing. I mean, honestly. But are we done yet? No. No, we're not done. So here's the last one. When I was hearing this today, I'm like, oh God. I have to do a little thing and just do a little synopsis of all these earthquake and volcano activity amping up, and that's around the planet. So, you ready? Are you ready for the kicker? And we go to Bolivia. Yay! You're like, Judy, Bolivia isn't that far. Yeah. Bolivia. It is a super volcano. They call it the zombie volcano because it has been quiet, silent in fact, for 250,000 years. Years it has been silent, and it's waking up. And it's considered to have one of the, well, maybe the largest magma body beneath it. So that's fun. I'm trying to say the name. They call it the zombie volcano because the name is Aruntung Udarunku. Udarunku. Please. Yeah, the zombie volcano. Oh my god. It's Uturuncu. Yeah. Udaruntus. Udarunku. Thought to be a dead, done volcano is starting to speak. It's starting to rumble. It's starting to make itself known. Remember me? Yeah, I'm back. Oh my goodness. So when you say, Judy, like things are always going shifty. There's always tremors. There's always this. There's always, yeah, okay. Does Yellowstone just always spring a geyser in the middle of a boardwalk? No. That happened at the end of last year, in the middle of last year. That happened. What I'm trying to say is even places that are used to earthquake and or volcanic activity are all having things occur in their countries that are causing them to go, that's a bit oddish. That's a little strange, isn't it? That's atypical. Or, what the fuck? No, technically, the terminology. And that's what I was screaming about at the end of last year. 6 months ago, going, yeah, I know, but when the places that you always typically happens are saying, no, these are different. These are different. Maybe you should be listening, huh? But no, Republicans in America are just too busy keeping us paying attention to am I going to get my Social Security next month? Will I get my SNAP benefits? So instead of worrying about this shit that's happening on the planet in general, we have to spend most of our time telling you what the fuck he's taken away from us. Fuck, I went to politics. It's just frustrating because more people would be paying attention to this kind of stuff if we weren't worried about what's happening here. And it's not just this country who's worried. We're the ones having all that shit taken from us, but it's affecting the rest of the planet too. And I'm that's one more reason to, I don't like to use the word hate, but one more reason to detest, to hold in disdain, and to rebuke. Because there's things we should be working on, and they're ruining people's lives that maybe could be helping with this shit. I mean, he's taken away the help even after a national disaster, phenomena strikes. How can they protect when they're taking away the warning things and getting rid of everybody and disappear? We got shit we need to be paying attention to with climate crisis. And this is just, it's not just propelling America backwards. It's propelling the rest of the planet backwards. Even when they try to distance from us, it's still affecting them. And there's so much happening that you guys never hear about unless you're learning about it yourselves. And I don't think most of you are, because when I talk about it to most people and say, hey, what do you think about that? They're like, what are you talking about? People don't pay attention to what's happening in their own country here with politics. And why would I expect them to care about natural phenomenons increasing? Anyway, that's the news. just out of curiosity, anybody who's watching this, have you paid any attention? Have you heard any of this in the last several months at all? Um, or is the bloated orange windbag dominating everything? Anyway, have a great evening. I always feel like such a hypocrite after I give crap news and then say, have a great day or have a great evening. Have a lovely weekend. It's like, it almost sounds sarcastic. But I just don't like to say, well, that's the news, and turn the camera off. And you're left like, gee, thanks, Judy. Thanks. I needed to know, but bummer, you know? Because I get that. I get that when I'm watching things. I'm like, oh, that was a cheery little tidbit you just left for me. Thank you. So, I really do want you to have a good weekend. I don't give a damn if it's raining or not. It's supposed to be less. It's supposed to just be cloudy tomorrow. I'm planting my shit. I'm getting my stuff in because I'm done waiting for the rain to stop. But really, have a good Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. Unless you live in one of these places, I guess you don't particularly need to worry about it. But, you know, keep it in mind. I mean, it really seems that the more time that goes by, the less happy planet is. And people aren't listening, but she's telling you something. But anyway, I always, or not always, but I often, that's like a lot of times and often. Often I forget how to speak. Often I make up words. Yes. But I'm a writer, so I have that. I'm legitimately allowed to make up words. It's the makey-uppy rule. Yeah. But I often forget until after I say goodbye. If you like my content, and it's not just politics, give a like, give a sub, and I'm still working on, I got some good squirrel clips. So I'll be working on that again tomorrow. First thing in the morning, I got to run to the farmer's market. But after that, I'm gonna hopefully, after I'm done planting, I'm going to try to get some more squirrel clips, because there's two squirrels. One's bossy and one's feisty, and they're pretty funny. They charge each other. You go look. I got one. Was it this morning or yesterday? I got the video on just as the second one jumped up onto the ledge of the first one, like literally jumped up and straight up into the air. It was hilarious. So there's a subscriber or two that always leaves messages like, more squirrels. It's like, it just reminds me of the SNL skit with Will Ferrell. And Christopher Walken's like, more cowbell! And when they say, more squirrel, it's like, I just think, more cowbell. So, I should name one of the squirrels Cowbell. More cowbell video. um, but yeah, I just I do get tired of telling you bad news. I really do. I'd like to get on here and maybe make do some art while we chat about some good shit that's going on. But there's always tomorrow. Have a good Thursday. Be safe. Have a good day tomorrow. Peace out.